Here's a picture of the Bellagio right here, and you could see these the wood planks over the doors. Like even the casinos were boarded up. So it's kind of weird when you were jogging. You couldn't go, because usually right here you have to go through the casino to get upstairs and across the street, and instead you have to go like through the back way. It was kind of weird. Here's at the Flamingo. We love Vegas. It was just it was cool though. Like at least there was an interesting vibe going down on there because it was just me and a couple other joggers. You would barely see anybody down there, and a couple of cars and stuff like that. But here's the Encore over at the Wynn. They did a pretty good job on that. I like that. Hope shines bright. They put that on the other side of the Wynn, so it's like the heart and that. And you can see like there's like 3 cars on the strip. Usually this shit is packed. Yo, what's up, fellas? This is Ryan Jaunzemis, and I'm just kicking it here. It looks like 5:13 in the morning, December 26, 2021. So I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. Basically, this is going to be like a video about quarantine. I kind of want to just share what I was doing for like 2 years in quarantine. I know everybody had crazy situations. People lost jobs. People died. And luckily, basically, I had the time of my life. I had the absolute greatest time of my entire life. And just basically fucking off, smoking weed and drinking and working out and taking selfies for Instagram for 2 years on $1,000 a week unemployment. And anyway, I just want to share with my journey. And I basically I have a whole bunch of videos right here with from my Snapchat that I kind of organized, and then over here I have just some basic topics, and I kind of organize this and just kind of, this is a different kind of video. I've never done one that's like a Zoom and I'm screen sharing, and then I have this other screen over here. So this is kind of an experiment, but I hope that you'll hang out for like a half an hour, and we'll just kind of go through some fun memories. I'm going to share with you some cool videos and things like that. I know the audio is kind of maybe be a little choppy, and the video quality on the webcam is not the greatest, but it's the only way that I can kind of record and react to the videos and be opening this. And I couldn't take the other screen here and have it on there because the writing would be too small. I can't see the bullet points that I want to talk about. But just hang out, man. This is going to be just a chill video, something like you can just kind of watch in the background. So if you got a beer, I got a Budweiser Christmas beer right here. Oh yeah, I love that sound. Yes. So I hope you don't mind the squeaky chair. I should probably grab the other fucking chair so it doesn't squeak, but I'm not going to do that right now. Hopefully I'll just try to not move around so much. I'll have to buy a new chair. I should write that down right now. But anyway, let's start the video. And basically, I'm just going to be reacting to all these little clips that I have. So, yeah, this is kind of how quarantine started. $1,000 cash. Nevada did a fucking $600 increase. So I get $1,069 a week for unemployment. Oh, look, I'm wearing the same fucking jacket. Ah, fucked up. What the? I probably need to cut my hair. I have some fucking neck hair right there. So anyway, like, basically, it was a weird situation when quarantine started because, you know, I've been at the Hard Rock Hotel working there as a stagehand, an AV tech, working concerts and setting up for bands and miking up the drums and instruments and things like that. And then I work for a whole bunch of other agencies around the town. I'm in like Local 720, which is IATSE, the union, the IA, International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, and also like other companies like Rhino Staging and Video Tech Services, and there's like a whole bunch of them that I'm on. And I'm just basically what they call on the bounce, so I get sent out to different, all the different hotels, mostly of the MGM properties, the Hard Rock, which is now the Virgin, and all the other properties on the Strip. And so it was weird because like a month before quarantine, Hard Rock for me had basically shut down, and they were basically going to be closing for 8 months and remodeling and turning into the Virgin, and then we were supposed to go back to work. So and that was like in February, and the quarantine happened in like March. And so basically they gave me like a $4,300 check. It's like a severance pay that I had used to add on to what I had also been saving, to put $10,000 down on my fucking Mercedes, my new C300. And anyway, it kind of pissed me off because right when quarantine happened, like I had planned on buying this fucking car to help my game so that I could drive it to the club and pick up bitches in like a fucking brand new Mercedes. And unfortunately, all of a sudden I got into a contract where basically I'm paying like $650 a month for my car to basically sit in the garage for the last 2 years because all the clubs were closed. And all of my savings that I had saved the last fucking years to put the down payment on, you know, I was kind of asked out on that. So that I had this car that I'm not paying for that can't drive it nowhere because everything fucking closed. And right at that same time, basically the Virgin had laid us off, and then boom, quarantine happened. Now all of a sudden there are no live events that can be done. So there's no work. We're not even allowed to work. But all of a sudden we get unemployment for $1,069 a month. It's like $469 is the max, plus they added that an additional $600. So now I'm still making basically $4,276 a month, which is awesome because I don't have to work, and I'm basically getting $1,000 a week to just stay home and do nothing. Okay, and over the course of the quarantine, it kind of changed. All of a sudden, it dropped to like $769, and then it went to like $469, and it kind of fluctuated. But luckily, we got these $1,200 stimuluses and $600 and a $1,400 one. So that was just like more extra money. Now, my rent on this place is $900 a month. My car is like $650, and then I've got the other little bills like, you know, my cell phone bill, which is fucking $120-ish a month, and then groceries, gas, and just some basically need some spending money. But my total bills, that's like $2,500 a month. Now, before I was used to making about, depends, like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month on average. Depends. Some of the guys in the industry that are working like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, yeah, you can make $100,000 a year doing theatrical stage stuff. I try not to do that because you guys follow my channel for a while. You know that I'm a creative. Like, I like to make YouTube videos. I like to be on Instagram. I have my own passions. I like to go rollerblading and soaping and things like that. So as long as I make $2,500 a month, I'm good. Like, I can pay all my bills. And all of a sudden I'm making like just $4,000 a month, and I don't have to fucking do any work. I just have to sit home and do nothing. And I of course I don't just sit home and do nothing. I know a lot of my friends who are also making that unemployment. They spent the last 2 years just basically scratching their balls and eating Cheetos and watching Netflix. I can't do that. Like, I have to be doing shit. And so anyway, it was just awesome to basically live like I was retired for 2 years and have money coming in, and I was able to pursue everything that I wanted to do. And I didn't even have to do dating coaching on the side, because I kind of put that on the back burner because it was hard to do infield boot camps anyway because nobody was out. All the clubs were closed. So I started actually doing Zoom calls like this and charging guys $99 an hour and teaching them how to set up their online profiles and stuff, because that's where dating went for the most part. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, and it was more about how do you optimize your online profile so you can still fuck girls during quarantine. And if you're doing cold approach in like on the street, which there wasn't many people out, you still had to do weird shit with like social distancing and mask restrictions. It's like you had to pull down your mask because you can't approach girls with a mask on your face because you look like a fucking retard, right? So you have to like approach the girl, pull the mask down, and then use the pickup line like, hey, you know, I saw you from over there. I thought it was pretty random, but I thought you were super cute and I want to come meet you. I know it's quarantine, you know, I can't even give you a high five, but I'll give you a chicken wing. And I had all these little techniques that you could use that were coronavirus based, where it's like, you know, because usually I like to high five the girl, but instead it was like you started doing elbows, I can't get, well, I don't want to give you a corona, I'll give you a chicken wing. And I had all these cool little moves that I was teaching the dudes. But anyway, let's watch some more videos. This is the kind of the beginning of quarantine right here. All of a sudden I get my first check, I'm like, buy some weed at the dispensary. I think I'm smoking wedding cake. That's the strain. I got a bunch of Girl Scout cookies, crunch berries. Fucking hilarious. And so I'm like, oh, dude, it's gonna be a party. And okay, so usually unemployment is only like 20 weeks max. Well, we got it instantly for 52 weeks because of the pandemic and because of all this other bullshit. And then they did a state extension. So altogether, it was like 18 months of free money. So basically, living like I was retired for 18 months. Until all of a sudden this last October, when basically they just cut everybody off. And so even if you had a reserve, I had over $6,000. I'm still supposed to be on fucking unemployment. In December, it was still supposed to go until at least January. And there was supposed to be one more extension that would go until March. I had over $6,000 and it was supposed to give another $6,000. Like a total of another 12 weeks from like October to January and then January to March. But basically everybody in the state, all of a sudden at the beginning of October, they're just like, oh, that's expiring, and they kicked everybody off unemployment. Now, like I said, that a lot of people were bitching about it because they're like, you need to get a fucking job, like you guys got to get off unemployment. And we're like, dude, we didn't choose to be on unemployment, okay? We work in live entertainment. You won't let us work. It was like illegal to have concerts and to have live events and corporate functions and anything like that. Like, so it wasn't that we chose to be unemployed. They just, you won't let us work. It's not our fault. So I'm more like, if you're not going to let me work, then you better fucking pay me so I can pay my fucking rent. Because otherwise I could be making $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 a month. You know, if you're, so I took a pay cut. Even though a lot of people were like, oh yeah, like you're making $4,000, like that's a pay cut for me because usually I'm making 5 or 6 on average. If it's like a good month, but a lot of times I'll only like to work like 2 or 3 days a month because, like I said, I just need to get $2,500 and that pays my rent and my bills, and the rest of my time I can focus on doing what I want to do, like write books, be an Instagram model, go soaping, fucking grind on my rollerblades, like pick up bitches at a club. I can't do all that if I'm working 40 hours a week. It doesn't work. But that's why I usually only work 2 days a week, and then I spend the other 5 days doing what the fuck I want to do, living like this. But the unemployment basically made it so 7 days a week I can fucking live like this and do whatever I want. This is a picture of the Strip. This is
man,
crazy.
it's a ghost town down here.
Dude, there's nobody on the fucking Las Vegas Strip.
Ooh, just out here jogging the Strip, man, and fucking, it's nice, bro.
Dude, this was an absolute dream for me. I fantasized about living like this. Like, for as long as I've been in Vegas, I've always run the Strip at night. I like to run, like where I live by UNLV, I'd run down like Tropicana and then all the way down to the Stratosphere. All the way down to the Stratosphere and then all the way back, which is basically a half marathon. It's like a 13 and a half mile loop or whatever that I made up. And you know, it's always packed down there, and you're running through all these people. It's like I don't know, it's like a fucking obstacle course. But I always had this dream. There was like this Will Smith movie. I forgot what it's called. It was like him and his dog, and there was like a pandemic, and they were in New York or whatever, and everybody died or something like that. And it was just him and his dog, and it was all empty. And I always was like, man, that would be so fucking cool if some like weird event happened, and then I had the Strip all to myself. And so like I definitely took advantage of that, and I was able to like run all over the place.
Look at this shit.
There's nobody. Circus was it's just abandoned right there. so fucking nuts. Let's see.
Damn. Shit is crazy, dog. Anyway, I'm gonna come back here next week. My rollerblades, fucking kill it. Hit all these spots. There's no security, and just take advantage, bro. Do it big.
Look at that fucking gangster. I love that shit because, you know, a lot of people were like, oh man, there's nothing going on. I was like, dude, it's like a playground now. So like there's no security. All the fucking rails on the Strip that you're always like, damn, I'd love to fucking hit that rail, dog. I'm gonna hit that fucking 12-step. Damn, I want to do that 4-gap 4. I want to fucking 540 that little gap. I want to jump those stairs or whatever. It was like there was no security, so I was able to go fucking take my rollerblades and skate all the rails in front of the casinos. And there's no one there to kick you out. These are some pictures on the Strip that I took while I was jogging. Let's see. Bump that up real quick. So you can kind of see right here, this is the Hilton Grand Vacations. So you can see how they lit up the windows like in the shape of a heart. You know, Vegas strong. And that also has to do with, there was a big shooting, I think like a year or something before. They call it like the October 1st. I think there was a dude at the Mandalay Bay, and he fucking killed like 60 people. It was like a mass shooting, and that's where the Vegas Strong logo came from. And then they basically recycled it for the pandemic and stuff like that. And so they put the hearts up. And here's a picture of the Bellagio right here, and you could see these the wood planks over the doors. So even the casinos were boarded up. So it's kind of weird when you were jogging. You couldn't go, because usually right here you have to go through the casino to get upstairs and across the street, and instead you have to go like through the back way. It was kind of weird. Here's at the Flamingo. We love Vegas. It was cool though. Like at least there was an interesting vibe going down on there, because it was just me and a couple other joggers. You would barely see anybody down there, and a couple of cars and stuff like that. But here's the Encore over at the Wynn. They did a pretty good job on that. I like that. Hope Shines Bright. They put that on the other side of the Wynn, so it's like the heart and that. And you can see like there's like 3 cars on the strip. Usually this shit is packed. Here's a good one of Circus, completely abandoned. So like usually on the strip they're playing music at all the casinos, and so there was no music. It was just silent, just like a fucking ghost town. Here's some good ones at the Hilton. So it has LV and a heart. Here's a good one. Good shot of the heart. These are all from my Instagram. Let's see. LV with a heart. This is good stuff. So it was interesting, man. It's never seen any shit like that in my entire life, and it was like, what the fuck, like. And at first it was like, okay, this like quarantine, this pandemic, this corona bullshit. It's like everyone thought it was a meme, and then it was like the meme that never went away, and then you're like, wait, what the fuck? And now it's like 2 years, a year later, and it's like, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm at my house now. I'm getting free money. I don't have to work. And the only responsibility that I have is at like Saturday at midnight going into Sunday, is that you have to log into the unemployment and basically say, did you look for work? Were you available for work? And of course, you basically fill out the same thing every time. And of course, in my industry, there is no work. Like, it's not like you can call up and look for work. They're not allowed to have any work, so they had just canceled the work search altogether. Usually I have to type in, like, you know, that you called up certain places or whatever. So that was waived, which was awesome. So you just basically click past that page. It's basically, I was available for work, I was ready for work, and that's it. And then you click send, and then you do that basically like on Saturday at midnight, Sunday, that going into Sunday, and then on Tuesday the money just shows up in your account, and you have a card, and you just go to the ATM and pull out $1,000. So that was dope. Anyway, so I was like, well, now I can just completely commit to being a creative and making Instagrams and YouTubes, and I put up like hundreds of new videos on my YouTube channel. I did music. I got into Instagram modeling. I learned how to do composite photography. I learned how to speak Russian. I was like, oh, I could just do whatever the fuck I want. I was working out like 3, 4, 5 times a day, and I was fucking like smoking a lot of weed and fucking drinking and partying and binge watching Netflix. And anyway, I just want to go through a couple of pictures right here, a couple little videos and stuff. So anyway, I got into modeling at first, and so I got a new camera. I got the Canon M50, and I was like, well, I need to learn how to use it. So I started binge watching channels. Like, I went through like this guy, Peter McKinnon, and he has like hundreds of videos, and I spent like a week or 2 watching all of his videos. Then I watched this channel called Pixaperfect, and I watched all of those videos. And then specifically for my Canon M50, I got on this channel, as her name was like Zedinka Druella, and she's like an M50 guru. So I watched all of those videos, and basically I learned all the ins and outs of the camera. I learned all about aperture, ISO, shutter speed, and how to basically set the camera to do what I wanted to do, and then I learned all about focal length, with the difference between using like a wide angle, which basically distorts your face, versus a like a 50 or an 85 millimeter that's good for portrait and model fashion photography, and then also like the super like telephoto lenses like 200, 300 millimeters, and how to do the difference between landscape photography. And I did a whole video on this on my channel. I'll put the thumbnail right here. And I learned so much about photography, and then also got into composite photography, which is where you take different types of images and you combine them together to make one image. And it just helped so much. But then of course I had to binge watch Romy Stride's channel. She's the top Victoria's Secret model in the world, and I got all kinds of like tips on working out and just the way that you do a photo shoot. And so anyway, I went through and I try to I go on Instagram, I go on YouTube, and I find all of the best like models or the type of modeling that I want to do. And then basically, like I said, one of the first steps in my book, 10 Steps to Success, is listen to people who have what you want and disregard the rest completely. So basically, just go to the source. Don't listen to people who are like, oh yeah, you should do it like this. It's more like, no, I'm going to go for the people that do the exact types of work that I want to do. I'm going to copy them, I'm going to imitate them, I'm going to mimic them until I'm getting consistent results, right? And then I'm going to start using like my own style or whatever. So it was just funny, like the whole learning process.
I like my bread really toasted. Let me know if you guys like it. Like me toasted, middle toasted, or really toasted. So I'm cutting my avocado right now, my lovely friend. The next step is I'm gonna slice the avocado.
So you can see, like, I'm trying to follow exactly what these people do. Like, what is the diet that, like, what the top models are doing? How are they, like, I'm like ironing my clothes here with the spray bottle with fucking bottled water in it, and a lint brush, and like you can see how I watched a bunch of videos, like how do you set up the lighting? How do you triangulate the lighting between, like, this light, a key light, and your backlight. You can see that I have a headlight up here that lights the hair, and then I have like the other light is coming from here and here, and basically I'm just trying to like take all of these best tips and then combine them so that I can get a workflow going. I have to turn the sound off on this one. I was using like Ariana Grande, but I don't want to get demonetized. But you can just see, like, now I'm copying all of the poses of like the top models in the world, and just trying to like now notice that I got the camera basically like on auto clicking at first. At first I just put it on a timer, but I didn't know the secret yet. I'm going to show you the secret right here. Here it is. So if you notice what I'm doing now, let me read this right here. iPhone 11 to M50 via Wi-Fi, M50 to TV via micro HDMI. Okay, so Modeling Monday became a thing all through quarantine. All of a sudden it was like, I divided 7 days because I have 7 days off. I can do whatever I want. So we had Modeling Monday. We had like, that was the day that I would do all the shooting. And then like my editing was on Tuesday, and then the upload on Wednesday. What I'm doing right here, if you notice, I have the phone in my hand, and the phone, like right now, is connected. You can see on the other angle right here. So my phone is connected to Wi-Fi because the Canon M50 has an app. So I can basically click on the phone like a timer. Basically, I click on the phone on the timer, do the pose, and then the camera takes the picture. But I can see myself on the big screen right here on my plasma, on my 50-inch plasma. And so things started happening at this point because it was like, oh, okay, like I don't have to, like, first I had to run over to the camera, click the timer, and then run back and pose. Then I finally know how to put multi-pictures where I could click it and then run back, and it would take 10 pictures, and I would do it again. But at this point it was like, oh, now I just have to click the timer on my camera next to me. I don't have to touch the camera, and the camera will just take the pictures. And I can correct my pose using, the bigger screen, and I also have a mirror over here. Okay. So after that, once I figured out fashion photography and the basics of portrait photography, I had to move on to runway photography. So I basically transformed my house into a fucking, like, this runway modeling. So now I'm walking kind of funny right there because I didn't actually know the steps. So then I took some classes on how to step, and I had to put a book on top of my head and learn how to balance, which was pretty cool. If you follow me for a couple years, you probably know that I always like go like 110% into what I'm doing, where like I take it to the absurd.
Just over here working on my modeling portfolio. Went over to Cashman Photo Labs and had these 9x12s printed up for my lookbook. So smooth and glossy, I love it. Trying to take my game to the next level. Be professional about this.
Professional about this shit. Not only that, I had to watch a whole bunch of videos on how people actually do these little lookbooks and all the professional models. This is a 9x12 glossy print that you have to buy in these specific 9x12 portfolios, and you're supposed to have up to like 20 to 40 looks, and you basically take these books, let's say for example, to an agency, or you take them to someone you're trying to do work for or whatever. And all the best models have these things, and then you have to do what's called a composite card, which is where you take close-up picture of your face, a shot of like upper body, and then what they call like a 3/4 shot, which is like down from your head to like from like your shin area or something like that. And then you put all your stats, like your height, your weight, the size of suit that you wear, your size of your shoes. And so the company now has your comp card, and if you do work for them, if they're like, let's say I was going to Big and Tall to model a suit, then they would be like, oh, okay, here's Ryan's comp card. He's size 11 the shoes, and he's a 42R, whatever, on the suit. And then they can basically get the outfit that they want you to model, and they'll put it on the rack. And anyway, I learned all the ins and outs of the whole industry. It was just so cool. And all of a sudden, now here we are. Here we are doing this, like professional fucking shit, modeling fur coats and adding the aesthetic and the background. And it's dope. It's just dope to see the whole process, the way it works, where at first it's like, dude, I don't even know how to use this fucking camera. And now I'm doing like professional commercial photography. And now as a pickup artist, you have to understand, like, I'm not doing this trying to get a job. This is to like, for my Tinder, so that fucking I have high quality professional pictures on my Tinder, because like that's how I'm pulling dates. Girls see these types of high quality professional pictures. Oh, you have a modeling studio at your house. Oh, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just an instant it's instant demonstrations of higher value. It's instant attraction.
Oh, it's nice. I can actually feel it working. I'm using my nightly moisturizer, CeraVe, which has salicylic acid in it, and it smooths and softens rough and bumpy skin. Gives you like a natural, soft airbrush look.
So, of course, I have to take it to the next level. Now I'm a professional Instagram model, and not making a lot of money, but a couple little companies, like a CBD company, for example, I did a little shoot for them, and a couple little small thingies here and there, but at least, you know, to be professional, you're making some money. Even if you just make 1 fucking cent, you become a professional if you're making money for what you do. So I was like, well, I have to take it to the next level now. So now we have to start studying ultimate self-care and beauty and spa treatments and mani-pedis and things like that. So I get into like skin cream, and I start going down this beauty guru rabbit hole, and I start binge watching all these videos of beauty gurus.
Spa time. Time to relax with 2 cups of lavender Epsom salt. Have a good book. This is a product that I really like, Synergy Rockambuka, and a couple drops of CBD oil to relax. Take a
Well, there's some of the CBD that I got for free from the company I did the shoot for. And so now I'm reading some Paris Hilton and drinking Synergy, and I've got Dr. Teal's lavender fucking relaxing bubble bath, and I'm using Epsom salt now, and I've got these like little facial thingamajiggers. And on the last video, like with the CeraVe, which is really good for your skin, it has this thing called salicylic acid in it, which is, it's only like a 0.02% or whatever, but if you have rough and bumpy skin, you put the salicylic acid on every night. It's just a moisturizer before you go to bed, and it will smoothen out your skin and give you that more airbrushed look. And so that's become just a part of my life. Now here we go. There's so much fucking value in this if you sit down and look at actually what I'm showing you right here. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Just look. Facial steamer, Blackhead vacuum remover, facial ice mask. So this is a whole process right here. So you use this facial steamer right here to basically open up your pores. And then I have this mirror right here that basically, like, you can see, like, it makes the image like 10 times bigger. So anyway, this Blackhead vacuum remover is, boom, after you open up your pores, it basically sucks out all the blackheads, all the fucking grease in your face. And when you're done with that, you basically wipe it off, and you can even, like, you know, pinch your nose or whatever. And all this stuff you guys can be using for fucking pickup to make yourself more attractive so that women will fucking want to date you. Like, who wants to date a guy who has a bunch of fucking zits and acne and blackheads? So all of this ultimate self-care has become part of my pickup method that I teach guys. And you guys can jump on a coaching call with me for $99. Right now it's on sale for $50 for an hour, where you can talk to me and I can teach you all this stuff. Of course, then after you pull out all the blackheads and stuff, then you use this ice mask, this facial ice mask right here, and it will close your pores back up so that you won't collect more dirt in your skin. Like, this is a whole science of how to become more attractive.
What's up, Instagram? This is Mike. Welcome to my secret luxury spa massage. During quarantine, all the spas are closed, but here, I can still get on pedicure.
Yeah, boy. So, of course, all the spas are closed. I'm trying to go get manicures and pedicures so I can be a better Instagram model. But all the spas are closed. So, what do I do with that extra money? Well, we start buying fucking pedicure things. I bought manicure things, hand warmers, nail files, nail clippers, fucking little things that look like scissors with little combs in them to do your eyebrows, and nail buffers. Got all kinds of different creams. Anyway, I learned all this shit just basically by watching YouTube, and so I made my own Brian's Secret Luxury Spa. There I go, getting on fucking Photoshop when I'm bored and I'm high, and I make this little banner for the background. I'm listening to spa music, and there's a fucking what is this called? The pet egg right here, which is like a thing for pedicures. You can rub your feet and it takes off the dead skin. Fucking got candles and fake rope. Dude, like, I just get into this shit, dude. Whatever I do, I get into it. Now I made like a time lapse one. So wait, let's stop. So this is fucking cotton balls and Q-tips, and here's extra water and fucking towels that you like kind of warm in the dryer. Because I was like, I have to do this exactly like the spa. So I sat down and watched all these fucking spa videos on how to do a manicure, how to do a pedicure. There we go, filing my feet. I'm wearing fucking gloves. Yeah, dude, I have to be the best. I have to be the best at whatever I do. I don't care if I'm fucking soaping or giving myself a pedicure. Dude, like, I have all the best fucking name brand equipment, little fucking foot scissor, whatever the fuck I don't even know what they're called. There we go. Welcome to the world of Ryan Jaunzemis. Look. I've got all the tools. This is like lemon cuticle fucking remover. This is what I'm using. I'm not painting my nails right there. What I'm using right there is called ridge filler. So for example, if you filed your nails and it was slightly uneven, you put on the ridge filler and it basically looks like your nail is nice and smooth. It doesn't get those lines in it. And let's see, what alcohol to make sure that you, like, in case you cut it with the cuticle remover. This cuticle is like dead skin, and this will disinfect it. And if you notice, what this is like, it vibrates and it has warm water over here to like kind of soften the skin. And then this over here is like it's like a heater that, yeah.
Yo, what's up? Just getting up. It's about 11 a.m.
Now look at my fucking face though. I'm serious. It worked. Look how this is my face is so fucking smooth and skin. There's absolutely fucking no zits, and the only filter that I'm using on here is the Paris filter, and I think I have a sparkle on there or something. But there's not like everything is smooth. My nails, my hair, like it definitely just makes you look better. I'm sitting over here reading like how to be a model, eating, and I'm eating all of the Romy Stride.
Getting up. It's about 11 a.m. Today for breakfast we're doing fat-free yogurt, strawberries, almonds, bananas, raisins with a honey drizzle, and iced coffee.
Honey drizzle.
A little morning reading. Figure out what I'm gonna do today. Hope everyone's doing good. Yo, what's up?
Always trying to be so cool, so funny. Like this is how I do it though. This is how I live. This is the success, bro. A lot of people don't understand. Dude, I'm eating off of a fucking silver platter. You got to do this for yourself, guys. You got to treat yourself like a fucking rock star. I put my own food on a silver platter with a honey drizzle. Like, oh, dude, I just got to be so cool. I got to be the best. That's just how I do it. And it's just so I love watching this stuff because like I really live like this. But a lot of people are like, this guy's like, what the fuck? Like, my mind is weird because it's like I'm self-aware of what I'm doing, but I just this is how I live. But I also know that it's kind of like funny, and I know that most people will not ever take stuff that far. But I don't know, it amuses me. Now, of course, in conjunction with all of that, the biggest thing with quarantine also because I'm a gym rat. I love working out. Now, a lot of people will ask me this stupid fucking question all the time. Well, if you work out like 3 to 5 times a day, like why are you still overweight? Like why don't you have like? Well, I've had 6-pack abs before in the past, like several times, and I've gotten fat again, and then I get down, and then I come back up, and I get because the biggest thing is like it's I don't want to sacrifice the luxuries in life like cheeseburgers and beer and pizza. Like I work out a lot and I eat a lot of fucking crap food. Maybe I shouldn't, but at the end of the day, like, I love having a beer. In fact, I'm going to get another one right now because this one's done. But I love working out. It makes you feel so good, like going to the gym. However, in fucking quarantine, there was no fucking gym. Hold on, let me get a beer. Oh, yeah, sucker. Yeah, so in quarantine, there was no fucking gym open. All the gyms were closed. I couldn't go to the gym that I go to at the college at UNLV, LVAC, Las Vegas Athletic Club, which is the other place that I go. And so I made my own gym. I was like, fuck you. So here's how I did it. Don't have a stair machine? Well, I guess we're gonna do it organically. So I just used the stairs at UNLV. There we go. Gym with a view. Love it, dude. I'm probably I'm listening to Sia and audio books and Russian music. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Here we go. I got the step thing. So I'm fucking watching step videos. Now, this is after a couple months. See, this is so much better when I don't have to work, because work, it fucks up your workout schedule. Because if you're sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day, or you're sitting around fucking, like, for the most part, my job, usually I'm just a supervisor, or I'm organizing, like, stage crews, or I'm like, okay, you guys mic up this, and you guys do this, and then I will sit down and play on my phone, or read a book, because there's nothing, I can't really work out or do anything. When I'm on my own little schedule, even though, like I said, I still drink, I still smoke, I still fucking eat pizza and cake and ice cream. The amount that I'm working out, like, dude, I look fucking good in this video. Like, I was probably I was like a 190, 188-ish, something like that. I love this. So again, like, I always have to set the mood. Things have to be the best. So I'm like, oh, I want to meditate, I want to do yoga. I have to put on the star projector. I've got to put on the fucking candles on the side of the Wing TVs. I have to set the lights low. I gotta have the mood. Everything has to, I can't do that like if the regular lights are.
It is a beautiful day out here in Las Vegas. It's about 2 in the afternoon. I'm just waking up, doing a little power walk jog out here at UNLV in the courtyard. I like to call it the grinder. It goes down and around, and then back over this way and back. It's about a 1 mile loop. So we'll do this for about an hour.
So this is like actually a really big part of my life. As much as this video, people might watch it and not understand what's going on, but like literally, like for the last, I don't know, because I've lived it on this side of town since 2011, and so basically that's almost 10 years. And this is where I jog literally like every night. And this damn, you know, you run down here and you run back around here, and then you run this way. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? You run down here and down around. It's basically a 1 mile loop, and I try to do that like 3 times. I'll do like three laps, or I'll do 6 laps, 6 miles. There we go again, making my own gym. This is down the street at the park, and those are called gravity inversion boots. So basically you can do these inverted sit-ups, and it's a pretty good exercise for you. And then I have one of those at home that's a gravity inversion table. And here we are. Just if you notice what I'm doing right here, because I'm getting ready to go rollerblading. So this is kind of my morning workout. I've got the ankle weights on. I'm doing like all my little Pilates and fucking ab exercises and leg lifts and things like that. But if you notice, I'm watching, I have a yoga video here, I have a rollerblading video here, and I think I've got Rocky Balboa on this side, I'm guessing. So, and then on this one, because this computer links to this, and then this computer is its own channel, so I'm probably watching like another type of workout video or something. And it's just awesome because it's just like at a gym. If you go to a gym, you always see a bunch of TVs. And so that way it's like your mind never gets bored. Your mind can just distract from the body because it's like, oh, okay, I can watch this rollerblading video and I'm getting pumped up. And then I can watch the girl doing another yoga pose and I'm like, oh, let me try to do that one. And I got Rocky Balboa on over here and it's like, oh, okay, like, so maybe I should do some stretching. Maybe I should like grab the weights, and it'll just keep giving me ideas and feeding my brain to be like, okay, do this workout, do this workout. And I think that definitely helps a lot. Okay, so this, I had to go buy a bench press because, again, like I said, there's no gym, and if I want to fucking do bench press and chest and things like that, then it's up to me. I can't, like, otherwise, like, there's no other way that you can get, you can do pecs exercises for the most part, other than like push-ups and shit. And so if you notice what I said right here, always important to hit every angle. Incline and straight up for upper chest and shoulders, flat bench for mid-chest, decline and dips for lower chest. Okay, so basically what I'm saying right there is when you're flat doing a bench press, you're going to get basically this portion of the chest. But if you're up on the incline, when the bench is more like this, you're going to get the upper portion of your chest. And then if the bench is declined, if it's down, then you're lifting like this, you're getting the lower portion of your chest. A lot of people will just do regular bench press and they get one part of their chest pumped, but they never get that full big chest. And Arnold Schwarzenegger always says, like, especially in his movie Pumping Iron, you have to do all the angles of the bench press from decline all the way up to incline. And then you also want to do it not just pumping like this, but also pumping from the side like this, doing the flies. And that's how you get that full big chest. And if you've seen some of my videos back when I was powerlifting in like 2012 and 2013, you could see like I was much more swole because I was doing that all the time. Now I just kind of maintain it. But that's definitely something that will help you out.
Blueberries, spinach, chocolate protein, a vegan one of course, Oatly, and I chose for the low-fat one because this one doesn't have rapeseed oil in it. Pumpkin spice because it's the season. I
love the little ditzy blonde shit that she adds in. I know she's fucking self-aware and does that on purpose. It's hilarious though. But this is when I discovered Oatly and I started eating a lot of oatmeal, which definitely like lowered my overall blood pressure. Because my blood pressure was getting pretty high for a while. It was like in the high 130s, and I dropped it back down to like 112, 118, and then it got down to like in the low hundreds, which is really good. Just eating like oatmeal every day. And so you can kind of see what I'm doing is like, I got this new exercise bike, by the way. It's a Exerpeutic exercise bike on Amazon. It's only like $100, and it was. I think this thing is probably the best investment I've ever made in my entire life. This $100 bike, and you can see how it folds. You can just easily like make it disappear. And I try to do an hour on this every night if I can, and it's very comfortable. Actually, it's a big ass seat. But you can see like now I can get a workout, and I'm also watching other people work out and hear about their diet and exercise routine, and I'm just absorbing all that and then implementing it into my life.
The vignetting on the side, you can see he actually captured quite a bit of snowfall. It was obviously snowing while he shot this. I added a little bit of snow myself. It's very subtle snow addition. It's not like a crazy blizzard. I didn't put motion blur on it. I just dropped the opacity a little bit.
So this is kind of like how I learn. I'm watching Peter McKinnon's channel right here on composite photography, and basically the story on that video was like he had a picture of a guy standing by a lake and there was some snow, and what he did is where did it go? He added like that snow right there, and basically you can in Photoshop you can tell all the black on that to disappear. And you basically like it kind of erases the background, and then you can put those snowflakes or particles, however you want to call it, over the top, and it'll make it have this like frosting effect. And so anyway, sitting around working out and watching videos like this and educating yourself and then basically like applying that into your life has helped me become more successful and make fucking higher quality pictures so that I can make the same kind of stuff. Smoothie time. So what are we drinking? Protein, creatine. Creatine basically adds more like phosphorus to your muscles and makes them look a little more swole, like more water and stuff will get in there. What do we got? Almond milk. It's like almond milk with like a vanilla flavor, which they have at Whole Foods or Sprouts. It's really good. Let's see, water, honey, spinach. I eat a lot of spinach for potassium. Kale, banana for more potassium. Dragon fruit is really good, and blueberries. I eat a lot of blueberries. So
Got 3 full workouts in today, so our evening snack is going to be some low-calorie, low-fat chocolate pudding that I made, some Earl Grey tea with some Sour Patch Kids and some Gummy Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it.
So again, I think the funny part again is, there we go. You guys serve yourself on a silver platter. Look at the whipped cream that I have on top of the chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding is very easy to make. It's just fucking Jello pudding with milk, and you just stir it for 2 minutes with a whisk. And I like pudding or Jello because it's very low calorie. So at least if you're having a sweet craving in the middle of the night, you know that this pudding right here is only 100 calories, and then the whipped cream is like 15 calories per like tablespoon, which is probably like 3 on here. So and with a little bit of Hershey syrup on the top. See how I just drizzled it? And it's not that hard to do, but it looks like a professional dessert. And then there's some Sour Patch Kids and some gummies, and then I'm having a tea with just some milk. So you have like 150 calories, and then make it another 100 here, so that's like 250 calories for a dessert, which is a lot better for you than like a big bowl of ice cream, which will be like 500 or 600 calories depending on the type of ice cream that you do. And but most importantly, the presentation. Like it's like, look how this guy lives. Like look how you could just see the success. You could see like the status. When I treat myself like this, when I have a girl over and let's say I'm having, come over for, having dinner, I'm making some spaghetti or something like that. I know I make some goofy videos. If you've ever seen my spaghetti video, it has like over 10,000 views. It's obviously like I'm joking around on it. In real life, it's more like I'm serving it it's like the presentation of it, where a girl's like, oh wow, like, it makes you feel like you're in a restaurant, even though this fucking meal probably only cost me like $2. You see what I'm saying? So going down that little rabbit hole, so if you don't know about me, like, I'm very into ASMR, and so my favorite YouTuber is the channel's called Gentle Whispering. Her name is Maria, and Maria, like, her videos have basically been putting me to bed at night I don't know, since 2014, I want to say. I can't really sleep without ASMR or a fan sound anymore. And so I started getting into ASMR. So some people call this like whisper porn or whisper videos. Most people have actually found. What it basically means, autonomous sensory meridian response. Those are the feelings that you get. Feel this sensation of like this calming feeling. Anyway, I've been into this stuff for so many years, and finally this was my time to be like, hey, now I can be an ASMRist. I've got time to pursue this. And so I made like basically a whole playlist on my channel. It's like 10 videos of ASMR videos. And this one I'm making like a candy. I put all. It's so funny. The rug over here is like, this is all fucking candy, and then I've got my like TV back here with the fireplace right here to make it all calming. It's awesome. So that was not, this part was not meant to be a pissing sound. But it's just like experimenting with different sounds and things like that to just kind of relax you. There are videos that you just put on, and then you put on the sleep timer and you fall asleep to like these soft sounds in the background. Right, and it's called white noise, really. It's like the same principle if you have a fan on going. It just drowns out the sound in the background. And anyway, now that basically what I did right here, I thought this was kind of cool because I got this plastic container and I went out and got dry ice. They actually sell it at Albertsons for $10, which is amazing. You could never buy dry ice when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s. And I have like glow sticks in here, and I'm wearing this fucking coat like it's you know, sub-zero temperatures, and I'm using LED lights to change the colors, and let's see right there, that was my star projector that's basically projecting it to be purple. It's just, I don't know, it's satisfying aesthetically, you know, it's nice. Anyway, so all of my favorite creators, including like ASMR Maria, they're all Russian. And so over the years, as I've been exposed to so much Russian culture, I felt like that all the value that I've got from it, I felt like I wanted to be able to understand it a little bit more, just the way that the culture is. And ASMR Maria, she's Russian and she's bilingual, so she makes a bunch of videos in like Russian and in English, and I would listen to the Russian ones for a long time, and I couldn't understand what she was saying, but the way Russian is spoken is such a beautiful language that it has all these like, has all these weird mouth sounds. It's like it was like made for ASMR, and I wouldn't even know what she's saying, but it would just be putting me to sleep. But after a while, I was like, I want to be able to understand what's going on here. And there's so much else of that culture that I identify with, where I was like, well, I've got the time, so I mean, you know, what are other people doing in quarantine? Probably fucking, like I said, jerking off, eating Cheetos, watching Netflix. I was like, well, let's see if I can learn a foreign language. So basically I started learning Russian, and I took some online courses. I got a tutor, I read a bunch of books, and at first it was interesting because like at first I learned the alphabet, then I learned like basic words, and then I started being able to form sentences. So anyway, let me show you some of this progression. It was interesting because like I had to start by basically learning the alphabet, and that took me like a couple days, a couple weeks or whatever to learn the alphabet, memorize it, memorize the sound system of the Cyrillic alphabet, which is 33 letters. And it's interesting, in the Russian alphabet they have not only letters that are completely different than English. They have these things called tvrdy znak and myaky znak, and basically that means soft sign and hard sign. And they are letters that one is kind of like the way that we have an apostrophe, where we have like the word can't instead of like cannot, which kind of separates the word, but it's a little different. And then they have another one called like a soft sign, which is that tells you to make the letter soft. So for example, like there's a soft sign, it looks like a little lowercase b, but in the word like for love it is lubov, but there's a soft sign at the end of it, so it's like lubov, and you soften the word. But the whole process of like learning a language is it's just interesting, and it's almost like now to the point where I've actually, I'm at beyond the A1 level. There's like A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and that's like where you're good enough to teach it in a university or something like that. Being like completely fluent is like B2, and I'm like in the A2 level now. But it's just so weird, like it's so funny because as you're becoming bilingual, it's almost like being in a different dimension, because all of a sudden you have everything that you see, it takes you just a second to kind of, like the television, televisor, monitor, display, right? So funny. I had to time lapse it because it actually took me like 5 minutes to fucking go through that. That was still when I was. That's the first thing. If you're gonna learn a new language, the first thing you got to do is learn the alphabet and learn the sound system so that you can kind of like start reading it. I'm reading so slow.
Sport.
It fucks me up because now I just look at that and I just see sport.
Books.
Books. Tiger.
Tiger.
To me now I'm just reading it like, but before I had to sound it out. Like this is basically a letter P. This is an A. This is an R. This is a K. And I would have to like hark. And their R's are not like R's. It's not like Ryan. It's R. You have to roll the R. And so, and that's not actually a P. It's actually a P. So, but when you read it, it's like park. And when I read it now, I see park. I see like sport. I see books. Like, but before, look how I'm like
Ark.
And basically, I would have to be like sport. Oh, then I see balls and football. Sport. Oh, okay, sport. Right. But now now I just look at it and it's like I'm reading English.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how to remember it? So it's 3 steps and the top.
So I read them. This is their Russian version of a T, which is like Tia, and it's like 1, 2, 3 in the top piece. And so in Russian it's interesting because it's not like English, where we basically in the 4th grade in English we learn cursive, but nobody ever uses it other than to sign your name. So in Russian, like, they always use cursive. That's just how they write. And it's like you have to learn how to print it, and then as soon as you learn how to print it, the next lesson is basically like, by the way, we don't ever use printing. That's just to learn it. Now you have to learn cursive.
Прямоугольник. П. Ра. Я. Прия. М. Му.
so funny watching me like having to do this
Soft side.
because now I can just look at it and see it. You know, and basically that means rectangle. It's so like I'm learning like shapes and fucking colors and stuff this week. It's interesting. Damn, it's time to get another beer, dog. Yeah, motherfucker. So of course, knowing me, I was like, I can't just like learn this basic stuff off of YouTube and the little courses and stuff that I was taking. So I had got on this site called Preply. There's a whole bunch of them, but it's basically like Zoom coaching, and they teach you language for like 15 or 20 bucks an hour, and you can get a private tutor. And that actually was fucking awesome because then you actually get to speak to a real fucking person who speaks the language that you're trying to learn, and you can get like more clarification on the specifics of, you know, what you want to learn.
When you want to say I have something, you have to use the construction у меня есть.
У меня есть кофе. Да?
Да, у меня есть кофе. I have a coffee, да? Отлично.
Отлично. That means excellent. У меня есть пивно. I have a beer, right? So, отлично. You say хорошо means good. Отлично, excellent. Прекрасное, wonderful. So you could like learn different things, and it was the interesting part about. Hold on, I'll show you this other part. This is funny.
Да. So, here is difference. Коробки in the box, коробки in the cup.
Коробки. По коробке.
So she fucked me up right there because basically like a box like is like коробки, but a cow is коровки, right? Or корова is actually a cow. And so what I was trying to say was, because she was saying like, where is the candy? Confetti, right? Где confetti? Where's the candy? And I was trying to say in the box, which is when you say in something, it's either it's like va, that looks like an English B, but it's pronounced with a V, and that just means in va. And so, but basically, what I was doing, I was going vakarovki, and she's like, what? And I was like, vakarovki, it's in the box. And she's like, no, vakarob with a B, vakarobki, it's in the box. What I was saying was in a cow, because the difference between v and b in it, and it's so in Russian it's like kind of like when I was learning Chinese back like in 2012, you could say like ma or ma, and just the difference between the way that you pronounce ah is the difference between mother and horse. So it's like, or the difference between like saying like thank you is she, and then but some people might say shishi. Well, shishi is pee-pee. Like so it's like if you say one little fucking consonant off, all of a sudden you're saying a different word, and people are like, wait, what the fuck? It was just, but having a tutor like that, the same thing with dating coaching. Like it's like what she does as a job is the same thing that I do with dating coaching, where I teach guys like how to pick up women, and I give you all the step-by-step stuff. Whereas like she is teaching me language. She's doing personal coaching with teaching me the language and giving me all the little intricacies of. It's pretty cool.
Всем привет, доброе утро.
I'm getting better now.
Машина. Я люблю моя красивая машина.
I love my beautiful car. Красивая машина. It's good to like learn a lot of adjectives. Like I could say like my car is машина. I love, я люблю моя машина. I love my car. But then you can add in adjectives like my car is white. Белый. Я люблю моя красивая белая машина. I love my beautiful white car.
Here's what it sounds like in my head these days. Какая сегодня погода? How's the weather today? Идет дождь. It's raining. Добро пожаловать в Domino's Pizza. Welcome to Domino's Pizza. Сегодня у меня есть pepperoni и сыр. Today we'll have a pepperoni and cheese.
That sounds fucking so good right now. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like now all of a sudden, after a fucking year of studying a foreign language, and I don't mean like I did in high school. I did 3 years of Spanish in high school. I speak more Russian in the last year than 3 years of high school Spanish, because the more that I study Russian, all of a sudden it's like I look at something and I see it in English, but then I also will see it in Russian, and I have to like, it's like I'm playing both languages now in my head. So all of a sudden it's like I show up to Domino's Pizza and I'm thinking like, oh, welcome to Domino's Pizza. Dobre pachal Domino's Pizza. And then I'm like pepperoni. Let's see. And then I'll be like, okay, well, what am I going to order? If I order it in English, it's going to be like pepperoni and cheese. In Russian, it's all of a sudden it's going to be like pepperoni y ser. Like, and so like now I'm constantly pinging back and forth like, what is that in English? What is that in Russian? And if I don't know it, then I'm on my phone all of a sudden going on my little Google Translate and basically saying what it is so that I can learn the new word. But over a while, like, it takes sometimes a while for the new word to stick, but all of a sudden when it does, then it starts, it's no different than English, really. Like when I'm looking at certain, like that word that I saw, sport, right, or books, or tiger, like when I see those words, I don't see them any different than I would see tiger, box, or pizza, or whatever. Like when I see it written in Russian, I read it the same way as English. It's like the same thing. I don't know. It's fucking cool.
Привет, мои друзья! Сегодня я иду на тренировку. Доброй ночи. Пока-пока.
So, as you can see, like, over the course of a year now, it's starting to get more fluid. Everything's like I said, I started just learning the alphabet and learning the different sounds, and now it's like, you know, now I just read this. Ya idu na trenirovku. Okay, I'm going to training. I'm going to work out, and it's just now it just makes sense.
Пам'ятаю наші розети, как всегда подъемишь. Старку меня и заглянешь, помой глаза и обманешь. Красота со мной ты играешь.
This is what I'm talking about here. Like, this is a soft sign, so it's like lubov. This is what they call soft sign. So this letter that looks like a B is actually a V or a V sound. V. It's a V letter V, and so, but it tells you as you read it, this is an L. This is just real quick. This is an L. This is a U. This is a B. This is an O. This is a V, and then this is a soft sign. But it tells you basically you would read it as lubov, but then the little soft sign tells you to make this V sound soft. Lubov, lubov, ya lubu, ya. So basically it's going между нами любовь, which means like the love between us. But this is from a pop band called Cerebro. If you were in English, you would read it as Cerebro, but in Russian it's like Cerebro, means silver, and it's become like basically like one of my favorite bands. I listen to all their stuff, but I just think that's so cool that there's these letters that tell you how to say the letter before it. Okay, so something else I got up to, I have been following rhythmic gymnastics for several years now because of Instagram, something I would have never known about. You know, it hasn't exploded. I think it's about to explode here in the United States because now they just released a Barbie doll that's like a rhythmic gymnastic Barbie, and I think like you're gonna see it start to become a little more popular here. And basically it's a sport that is it's like gymnastics, it's like ballet, it's like dance with what they call apparatus. And so there's like 5 apparatuses. There's a ball, you throw up a ball and you catch it. There's a pair of clubs, there's a hula hoop, a fucking jump rope, and a ribbon. And so, or then there's freestyle as well. But there's like 5 apparatus, they call it. And so it's like you're doing gymnastics, dance, and ballet, but you've also got these apparatus. So you're like throwing a hula hoop, and then you like, you know, do a cartwheel and a somersault, and then you catch the hula hoop. Or you have like clubs, and you kind of juggle the clubs, and then you do a somersault, and you catch the club behind your back. And I thought it was so cool because I was like, I would see this just, it would start popping up on my Instagram, and I saw this girl, she basically threw up a ball, and she caught it behind her back, like with the back of her arms. It was just so weird, and I was like, wow, like, I want to do that. So anyway, I was like, well, I have time to do that. So, but we have one in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Rhythmic Academy. And I went down there and I was kind of talking to some of the trainers down there. Anyway, I got on fucking Amazon and I bought all the fucking apparatus, and here we go. So, and then I watched this movie, Over the Limit, with Margarita Mamon, which is, she's like she won the gold medal in this for Russia. And so what I'm actually, I read this, and then I read this book. So, you know me, like before I play a video game or something, I have to read the instruction manual. Anyway, I read this thing. What I'm doing right here is I'm ironing a ribbon. And you can see what I'm fucking wearing, because I had to go out and get all the clothes, and I had to get all the best shit, of course. You know how I do it. So I'm ironing the ribbon because it makes it, you know, a little better. Now, here I got the ball. It's just like, and this is so cool because it's like another type of workout, another just a fun way to exercise and hit muscles that I can't do if I'm working out or jogging. It's very much like fucking martial arts. Instead of using like sais and nunchucks and bow staffs, you're using this different type of exercise equipment. Gotta turn the sound off for this one, but these are called TheraBands, and now I'm adding in ballet training. And I'm using the rope and spinning it around and shit. So hold on, I'll go back to that real quick. So see how like it's like the rope can help you to, or the TheraBands can kind of help you to stretch more. And now it's the same principle right here as putting on ankle weights, but now you're just using a resistance band, which is, I had never seen that before, and I was like, this is fucking dope, because you could just, if I don't have ankle weights, I have these TheraBands, and I can just put those in my pocket, and you don't have to just do it like this. You could take the TheraBand, and I have this on my Success Masterclass video. You can take it, and it simulates resistance. It's like lifting weights, but now you just have a band that you could put in your pocket, and you can't really put fucking, you know, dumbbells in your pocket, but you can take this thing to work with you and fucking work out all the time. And if you notice these things on the floor, these are like the basic like ballet positions, and it's like kind of the way that I'm spinning your leg, so you can kind of spin. I've got fucking toe shoes on. This is my ribbon inside of a ribbon winder, of course. Like I said, I have to have all of the best shit. Gatorade, like I have all my TheraBands laid out. These, here's my rope. Here's the clubs and things like that. And then of course I'm watching. I have 5 different fucking videos on. So because I get in, it's like going into the Matrix. That's why I have all this information that's being feeding to me at once, and then as long as I go to sleep afterwards, you know, your brain will compile the information. This is my cool move with the rope. I fucking need this. It's just so. If you look at my shirt, it's a fucking chick with a fucking ribbon. I don't know, man. I'm very into the detail. I don't think people get all the details of my fucking videos. If you actually go through and you watch my videos and you start you'll start noticing, like, you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's on point. So anyway, I thought it was funny.
It's crazy, dog. Anyway, I'm gonna come back here next week. My rollerblades fucking kill it. Hit all these spots. There's no security, and just take advantage, bro. Do it big.
So
skate park's open 24 hours, dog. Over here grinding, living off unemployment, dog. Oh, fuck, $1,069 a week. Eating fat.
Damn, fuck, I'm so fucking tired.
Oh yeah. $1,200 stimulus check equals fucking pizza for breakfast, dog. So it's on Netflix, man.
Oh yeah.
Chill out.
So this is funny because so on my downtime when I wasn't fucking doing rhythmic gymnastics and studying Russian and working out and making Instagrams and shit, dude, I would fucking order Domino's pizza and, you know, fucking make myself ice cream, fettuccine alfredo. Hit up fucking Uber Eats and we order like a hangover burger with like a fried egg on it and chili fries with, you know, vanilla shake, cake, ice cream, banana splits, milkshakes. Fuck, and then just like binge watch Netflix. And so like a lot of the stuff I was watching, it was nice because I got a chance to binge watch Cobra Kai. That's my favorite show on Netflix. The Queen's Gambit. That's amazing. I was really into this show called Once Upon a Time. And it's not on Netflix anymore, but it's on the Disney Channel. And they made a spin-off like Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So I got to watch all fucking 7 seasons of that. And Sophia the First, Barbie the animated series, She-Ra. I love to watch those cartoons. Those are really awesome to watch. Let's see. And then just fucking like,
yo, it's about lunch break, man. Had to go over to In-N-Out, get that stimulus burger, dog. 4 patties, 4x4, extra cheese, extra pickles, got some ranch for the fries.
oh yeah, that looks so good right now. Fuck. I love getting the stimulus pizza. This is another stimulus tech, the stimulus burger. So that's them throwing out another fucking like 600 or 1400 or whatever it was. And then I was like, oh shit, that's more free money. My bills are already paid, so now I can go buy whatever. You know, I can go buy more clothes for modeling, or I can go buy more lights, or I can go buy fucking 4x4s from In-N-Out. No, okay, watch.
Relax.
Oh, this is how I do it.
Brunch.
Look at that.
Chill in bed. Got some chicken Alfredo. Ice cream sundae, a little virtual fire, some snow.
So, again, people might watch this and not understand what's going on here. Like, okay, so look how good that I have it. You have a fucking 75-inch 4K TV with this relaxing screensaver in the background. We've got the iced out bucket with the wine right here. I cooked this. Let's see. I cooked this fucking fettuccine alfredo with chicken, Parmesan cheese. We even put the mints right here, the fucking dinner mints. We have a little sundae right here. We got Parmesan cheese. We got Coca-Cola. There's a fucking bouquet of flowers because you know I have to have room service because like it's VIP. I have to fucking treat myself like a VIP. Fucking bottled water, salt and pepper. Fucking. By the way, this is fine china right here. These are not cheap. Those salt and pepper shakers. There's a platinum trim on that. There's a bottle opener right here with this, you know, thing for the bed. Like, it's just you gotta look at the details that fucking Ryan J puts into this shit. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, picking up chicks is not about fucking a pickup line. Look at the presentation. Look at the way that I live. Look, like, can you imagine a chick not wanting to fucking be relaxing in this type of lifestyle, this type of luxury that you're getting? 75-inch 4K TV, fucking, well, I'm like, you know, I actually cooked this by myself. This is all made from scratch. But if I wanted to, I could call Uber Eats or whatever like that. And I'm just like living the life, right?
Have you noticed that you have a light up bracelet on your wrist? There they are.
Front row seats to Taylor Swift.
There was no concerts during quarantine, so I made my own
To
concert.
have these on the tour. It's because this is actually my very first all stadium tour.
Dude, it's just smoking weed, bro. Watching some fucking Taylor Swift fucking Reputation tour on Netflix. Fucking eating fucking good food. Dude, I'm high as fuck. Okay, so another thing I did to make some money on the side, other than dating coaching when I would do some Zoom calls, is I'm also a producer. So people could pay me basically to record their albums. I actually ended up doing a concert with this dude. It was pretty badass. And anyway, so he was recording his album over at my house. If you notice, sometimes people, like, I don't know, they watch these videos, but I don't see them responding back, or maybe they don't understand what's going on. Like, I have a whole production studio right here. And so, like, I make beats, I do recording, this is a vocal booth. He's basically spitting his lyrics on the mic, and I'm recording him. Okay, right here, like now, this is later, this is the mix down. He's basically like, I want more reverb on my voice, or can you compress it? You know, can you add a delay effect? Can you add like a flanger, whatever he wants to do? And then I can basically mix it, make him a CD, send it to him to, you know, Google Drive, Dropbox, or whatever like that. And I filmed like some music videos that he was doing. Okay. And then here we go. I love this because I have two 120-inch projection screens in my house. And my house is kind of like, I call it multifunctional because, like I said, you've seen me having a full gym, you've seen me like having seminars, and you've seen me doing all this crazy shit in my house. And if I want to, if you notice what happened right there, I basically, see that? So it was like, on one side, sorry, my bad. On one side, you know, it's a photo studio. But all of a sudden, with just a spin, boom, 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 it's now a fucking movie theater. All I have to do is set up the projector, lower the lights, and there you go. Now I have a 120-inch projection screen.
Yo, what's up? We're just cleaning up the house. This week I'm remodeling what I like to call Studio B. Basically just turn this other bedroom into like a game room, home theater, conference center, whatever I want really. I hung a 120-inch projection screen.
So if you notice what I did right there, I have a 120-inch projection screen in the living room on the other side of the modeling studio, or the green screen or whatever. And then I have another one in the spare bedroom. That I have hooked up to fucking the N64, so I'm playing Ocarina of Time, and or whatever. I've got like the old school NES, I've got the N64, I've got the Super Nintendo, and so I'd be like playing like Metroid, SimCity, Mario Brothers 3, and it's like on this fucking 120-inch projection, and there's 5.1 Dolby surround sound in there, and so basically I just kick it there and fucking fuck off and, you know, smoke some weed and play video games. Let's see what this. Also, this spending a lot of time on YouTube. All of these videos, by the way, that you're seeing are part of this series. Like, this thing is what, 2 hours long. Like, I have like so many of these fucking videos. That was season 1, and then we finished season 2, which is I think it's about an hour and a half or something like that. And because I basically, like, I take all my Instagram stories and I compile them into making, if you notice, like, each one of these is a different video. Each one is like 10 minutes or 15 minutes long or something like that. And so this is like episode 1, season 1, all the way to like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, episode 11, season 1. And there's like playlists for these on my YouTube.
Welcome to my igloo. Beautiful night sky. But I got a new toy. Ready to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the Northern Lights. Очень красиво.
Да,
Very beautiful.
да. Отлично, excellent, прекрасно. Красиво, yeah, that means beautiful. So, I love the Northern Lights, and
Очень красиво.
that means very.
Very.
So this is like a projector or whatever. But this is just cool because all this extra money coming in. It's like all of a sudden all my rent and my bills are paid, and now I even have extra money that I can buy like fucking LED Northern Lights projectors. And then you can see how I set it up to the fucking 75-inch 4K TV where I have these screensavers on. And it basically turns my room into, it feels like I'm in an igloo. I have the Northern Lights above me. And, I've got my, that Christmas tree. I call it, I'm not a Christian, so it's not like really a Christmas tree. I call it a Ryan tree. And, it gives my room kind of a theme, a feel. It's awesome. Anyway, let's see. Other than that, yeah, man, just basically like, let's see. Other than that, I want to read you something off of here. To basically, I think this is the best way to explain the last 2 years. Basically, just smoking, drinking, partying by myself for almost 2 years. No work, no responsibility other than filing unemployment, like I said, which takes like 3 to 5 minutes on fucking Sunday night. Sleeping as late as I want. Lay in bed, fucking eating Domino's pizza, McDonald's, cake, ice cream, cookies, popcorn with melted butter, milkshakes, ordering hamburgers, chili fries from Uber Eats. Oh, Instacart, because I didn't have to go grocery shopping, because now there's something called Instacart, where you can go on Instacart and you tell them what you want for groceries. I want milk, eggs, bread, cheese, blah, 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 and they deliver it right to your door. So, you never have to fucking leave your house. Binge watching movies on Amazon, basically living like I was retired. Quarantine for me was, I know, like I said, it was hard for a lot of people. I mean, some people died, but for me, it was the best and happiest time of my entire life. It's how I've always wanted to live, and just absolutely living the dream. Because, like I said, I got money coming in, and I'm able to pursue the things that I want to do. Fucking learning to speak a foreign language, doing rhythmic gymnastics, making Instagrams, like fucking relaxing, eating pizza, and just fucking off all day. Just basically being able to live life the way that life was meant to be lived. Enjoy it. And then what happened basically this last October, like I said, all of a sudden unemployment was canceled. Basically, they were like, "Oh, sorry, this is your last payment for everybody who's on unemployment. Better get a fucking job." And all of a sudden, it was like, I got like rent coming up. I'm expecting this money to come in. I haven't been working. You guys aren't letting us work because you won't let live events happen. But just luckily enough, around that time, they had kind of lifted the restriction. Slowly through the pandemic, all of a sudden it was like, okay, you can have live events, but only 25 people. Which was like, and then you can have live events, but only 50 people. And then finally it was like only 250 people, but I work in arenas and stuff like that. I work at like the T-Mobile Arena, I work at Resort World, I work at like the Joint at the Virgin, the theater. And even that is 4,200 people. So it's like, yeah, fine, 250 people, like what is that? Like nobody's gonna have that event in Vegas. We're like at the MGM Grand with 17,000 people. We're at T-Mobile Arena with 22,000 people. We're at the Allegiant Stadium with fucking 60,000 people. Like 250 people that we're not gonna get any work just because that restriction is there. Luckily enough, right around that time, restrictions kind of like were lifted and went back to normal, and so it was tough, because it was like I was expecting to pay rent with my next couple checks that we're getting in. But all of a sudden it was like, oh, you're done. And I was like, oh fuck, like there's literally like no money. Like what the fuck? Well, how am I gonna pay my rent? And so all of a sudden I'm like calling the union. I'm calling all the fucking staffing companies. Like, hey, unemployment, and we know. But guess what? We got some work for you. Oh yes. And so basically I was able to get back on to work and take a bunch of extra shifts and basically play a little catch up. And now here we are. Man. But yeah, dude, it was just I just wanted to share that experience with you guys of that's what real life is about. Like, to me, like the whole rest of my life has been busting my ass, working, doing stupid shit, trying to pay the fucking rent, get the bills. This was like a time when it was like, here's $4,000 a month for free. You do whatever the fuck you want for 7 days a week. You go to bed when you want. You wake up when you want. Take a nap when you want. If you want to go out and do something with your life, you can. But you also have the option to just scratch your balls and eat Cheetos and watch Netflix. And it's like, yes, like, this is awesome. Like I said, like I don't have anything against people that live like that. Like, I think this life that we're living is just a blink of an eye. It's just, we only live for a short time. You know, like if you don't like your life, hey, don't worry, because it's not going to last forever. Pretty soon we're all going to be dead. So I just try to look at it as like in this little time period that we're alive for, like, you got to do what you enjoy. You got to find enjoyment. You got to find fulfillment in things. For me, it's creating. For me, it's like doing something like seeing like, oh man, I would like to do some awesome Instagram. I want high quality pictures of myself. I don't know how to fuck to do that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get a camera. I'm gonna learn how to do that. I'm gonna learn lighting. I'm gonna learn all this stuff, and eventually I'm gonna get to where I want to be. And like, I want to make, you know, YouTube videos. I love working out in the gym. I love getting a good pump. I love fucking the feeling of you know, going out doing long distance running and listening to awesome music. And I love like going out fucking a bitch, going to the club, like talking to some girls, getting them back to my house to fuck. I love to eat good food. I love like hanging out with friends. Like, I love those peak moments. I love like those parts of life. And you know, like I said, we're not going to be here forever. Someday I'm going to die, someday you're going to die. But while we're here for that little fraction, that minute, I need another beer. But while we're here, like, you got to get yours. You got to live it up. You got to do it big. And anyway, I just wanted to share that time with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos, like, leave me some comments. Tell me what you think, and make sure to subscribe for more. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Be safe, have fun, and